It's in the game.
When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Hawkeyes will boot it away to start the game. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Tennessee's offense will go to work first. And it's often said quarterback is the most high-profile position in sports, and when you have a guy like this, how could it not be?
Yeah, he's the guy that the defense is going to be keying on. They've had all week long to watch film to get ready for him. But David, when you have his kind of athletic ability and his kind of arm talent, he is so difficult to stop.
Yeah, you can have all week, you can have all season. This guy is so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They trust him. They know what he brings to the table. This offense revolves around what he can do.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And the pass goes incomplete, but the flag is down, and this one might be on the offense.
You don't see offensive pass interference called very often, so usually you know it's pretty blatant. It's pretty obvious. It's a severe push-off or, obviously trying to break up a play so you don't give up a pick, but clear offensive pass interference on that play.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. This time it's complete. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. The Vols line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. So Iowa's offense will go to work for the first time today. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's two big things. I think one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. The Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose, and it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry, 2 great ball running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses and some of those great games we had back in the late 90s. This dude right here, man, he just wears you down every single carry.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Quarterback extends the play. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
Looking for a huge play. Snags it, and he will score! Touchdown ball!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Colorado is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things at Folsom Field. Trust me when I tell you that. Guess what I'm saying is a comeback could be in the cards. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Grab behind the line. It's Patterson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Hawkeyes will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So here is the Tennessee offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quarterback making checks. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Out of the backfield, he's open. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Good timing on the quick out. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the 1st down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the 1st down.
Fires to the wide out. Wide open downfield. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with this group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
Got it behind the line. It's Brown. Turning it on. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the first period. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. Always a treat to be here at Iowa and take part in a special moment. Hope these kids enjoy the rest of the game as we play on into the 2nd quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Quarterback making adjustments. The toss to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't Olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, try and have a big completion here. using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Makes the grab. It's Pickett. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
To the air on second down. Pulls it in. It's Parker. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Trying to start the drive with a pass. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Now on second down. Might be changing the route. Lost to fire on second down. Grab near the marker. It's Brown. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Looking to throw again. The short hands, it's Matthews. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
And the Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Here's the handoff. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Has rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
One guy up front loses his focus, and it leads to that sack. And it's unfortunate because they had all 11 guys on the same page. These last two drives, obviously scoring a touchdown the last time out, and really doing a nice job even on this drive of moving the football, and then it comes to...
Touchdown, Tennessee! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They took it 68 yards on that drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Handoff to the single back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Hawkeyes can really attack on this second and short. Bringing the heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. With the catch, it's Pickett. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. He'll return it from the 50. He's going to get loose. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Staley. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Got it! Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Tennessee.
The Volunteers trying to cash it in on first and goal. Into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
The give to the back. He'll try to take it back.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Iowa City has given us a fun first half.
And the Vols will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
The whirl and throw off the RPO. Jumped on top of the pile.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the up.
There he goes! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, their defense did a great job deep in their own end, right? Getting the turnover on downs. And now the offense is starting to pay that off. On the third play of this drive, third down, they're able to run it, pick up the first, they stay on the field, and they're going to try and churn this thing out.
Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. Stopped just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense.
Hey, listen, it's not just the offense that makes adjustments at halftime. The defense does too, and that time maybe showing a little bit of a different look than what they did in the first half. Looked like they confused the quarterback. They're able to come away with a pick.
Makes the quick grab. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide, but to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
Unloads to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Punt is in the air. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They're going to ride this running back. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the ground with the back. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
They'll run the option. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And this defense, they were ready for that third down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming, did a great job, aggressive, downhill, went and got it, got the tackle for a loss, forcing the 4th down.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Leaves it with the back. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able...
Breaks into the open. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. The Vols with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun to give, looking for room. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Matthews. Across the 25, he's got room. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Volunteers are in the red zone. It's a draw. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the D on 3rd down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown Volunteers! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Gotta start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Takes the handoff. It's Washington. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create.
Turning it on! Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Under fire. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Looking downfield on 1st down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Man, and this is what...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Hawkeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got a man, it's Pickett. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Give to Brown. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the 4th quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Steps away. Lets it fly. Grabbed over the middle. It's Staley. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Volunteers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Whipping through the defense. Touchdown ball! And they take it in for 6 more points. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't having it.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Minnesota is currently rowing the boat right now, and this is shaping up to be a blowout to remember. They're up by 35 over San Jose State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking for a gap. It's Patterson. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. The play action fake. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout. Is there anything this dude can't do? He's channeling his inner Condridge Holloway, Heath Schuler, or dare I say, the great Peyton Manning.
I bet he can't lead the band, Reese. I bet he's not allowed to do that. He's having himself a day, but he's not there yet. But, man, putting up some stats, doing what he wants. This offense is absolutely cooking.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive.
Iowa, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants...
Makes a grab down the middle. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Makes the catch. It's Pickett. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections, but the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead, and a lot of times for a loss, and put the offense in a bind.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Trying to take it back. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tennessee. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the 4th quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws, and he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Oh, that's like blowing the layup or the 3-inch putt. Missed the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Finds the tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Off play action. He's taking the deep shot. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They just They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Lets it fly. On target to the left. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And the Vols moving quickly to the line.
Good enough for a first down.
And they're still firing away even with this lead. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus.